Wow. Starfield looks out of this world, no pun intended. Sorry, that was terrible. It looks incredible. Okay, this game looks like it could be the best Bethesda has made since Skyrim. This thing looks amazing. I mean, look at this stuff. This looks amazing. To me, this looks like what No Man's Sky should have been at launch, and they might even surpass expectations. I'm so excited for this game. It looks ridiculously incredible. However, I have one question, and it turns into a concern. Watch this clip.
You may be wondering, just how big is this game? So we thought we'd take one last moment and show you. Let's take a look at one of our planets, Jemison. You can land into Atlantis, but you can also land and explore anywhere on the planet. And it's not just this planet, it's all the planets in the system. From barren but resource-heavy ice balls to Goldilocks planets with life. And not just this system, but over 100 systems. Over 1,000 planets, all open for you to explore. We can't wait to see what you find.
Alright, so that looks amazing, right? That literally looks so cool, and it kind of ignites the explorer in all of us. And if you love space, oh my gosh, you must be climaxing everywhere right now. This is incredible, seriously. But I do have a concern. Being able to explore anywhere, like all over a massive planet, on over 1,000 planets, it worries me, okay? And it worries me because of the procedurally generated fiasco we had with No Man's Sky. And I don't want to be negative because overall, trust me, this game looks amazing. I'm hyped. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be great. But I am worried that we're going to end up kind of exploring a bunch of nothingness, because how do you fill all of these planets with exciting, cool, awesome stuff to explore and visit? Yes, there's going to be a handful that are going to be just rich with so much stuff to do, but I wonder how many of them are going to be uninhabited and boring and lifeless and empty. And I understand if they're trying to make it somewhat realistic, there's so many planets that are like that. But in a video game, you want it to be flowing. You want the player to constantly have things to do, things to visit, new things to come across and experience. So I really, really hope it's not a copy-paste to kind of just have this big number and say, oh, look, we've got over 1,000 planets. And B, I hope it's not bland and uninteresting, again, so they can hit that number and say, oh, look, over 1,000 planets. And from my first impressions, I don't think it will be. Just knowing Bethesda loves to enrich and fill their worlds with tons of stuff. So I'm not too worried there, but I will mention that it is a concern. And I am concerned, no doubt about it, especially given how much stuff there seems to be in this game. I really, really hope it's not concentrated to like a tiny area and the rest of it is just filler. You know what I mean? That's my worry here. Because listen, if you are a fan of everything space like I am, this seems like the space game from heaven, the space simulator from heaven that we've been waiting for in gaming forever. Like the dream space open world sim, because you can customize and build your own ship and you can fly it. There's space battles. You can explore anywhere on any planet in the solar system that you can view. There seems to be a multitude of creatures and NPCs that you can talk to and that you can fight. Like, it just seems like on the surface, it has everything that everybody who's ever wanted a game like this could ever ask for. And that is just such a blessing, but also comes with some skepticism. Because these guys, Bethesda, they might be the richest and the biggest company to ever attempt something like this, but they're definitely not the first. And I've been seeing so many comparisons all over Twitter. No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky, No Man's Skyrim, like so much stuff like that. And I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing? If it's No Man's Sky, what it was at launch, then yes. But what No Man's Sky is now, they made a ton of mistakes. And I'm hoping, and it maybe even seems like Bethesda is learning from the mistakes that No Man's Sky made, that Hello Games made, because that was courageous, okay? That was a huge, ambitious, courageous project No Man's Sky was when it was released. And now it seems like and this is my hope, is that Bethesda looked at that game and said, okay, they did this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, let's do it right. And again, this is just a concern. I don't want this to be taken as me just crapping all over this game. I'm really excited for it. I think this has the potential to be a generational game, like something that's honestly monumental, award-winning, fantastic, and a dream come true for millions of gamers. But this is concerning, and I want to kind of throw this out there to see what other people who are hyped about this game, or just people in general who are consuming this and want to know more about it, think about it. Because that was the first thing that came into my mind. I would have been happy if it would have been just this image here of the few planets here. I would have been happy because you can explore anywhere on these planets. That's a huge map. But as soon as they started zooming out and they showed a bunch, like the multitude, the first thing my brain said was, uh-oh, because I knew what the potential for that was, and I've seen it in No Man's Sky. So I was definitely a bit concerned when they started zooming out. And it's weird because as open world gaming fans, we want the map to be huge. We want it to be as big as possible. But I wanted it to be that size with just a few planets there. I think that would have been a perfect size. And as soon as it started zooming out, I started getting concerned. And I hope my concerns are for nothing. And there's a big chance that they are. But they're still there and they're still valid. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I want to hear it. Like, subscribe, so I know that you want more Starfield content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.